Hi guys, thought we'd look at Mummy You've Been On My Mind today by Jeff Buckley. Well, it's by Bob Dylan, but Jeff Buckley's cover we're going to look at off the Legacy edition from Grace. There's loads of different versions of this, so little subtle changes will be in each one. We won't look too much into them, we'll look more at this one and then you can kind of play around with that sort of stuff. I'll mention a few things. As always, if you could like and subscribe, that helps me out loads, and comment and any requests you have for lessons. We'll just jump into it. There's a kappa on the 5th fret. I'm going to do a little run through first and then we'll go in and break it all down. Okay, so we're going to start with the intro, and then we'll take a look at the verse. He starts off on the C over G chord, which is a C chord, and then move your ring finger to the bass, 3rd fret, and little finger comes in where your ring finger was. We're going to pick the bass string, and then we're going to pick the open A, and then we're going to bring both those fingers down and play a strum. Okay, pick, strum. Sometimes I've seen it come in from the 1st fret and add in that 1st fret, hammer on to the 3rd, but we're just going to start it with the bass. And then we're going to do a little strum, down, down, up. Okay? We're going to be moving relatively fast here because we've got a lot of content to get through. Then we're going to pick the open A again, and then we're going to go back to the C over G and do the down, down, up again. Okay, so put those together. And then we have open A, bass, back to open A, still 3rd fret on the bass. And then you do that same bit again. So the 2nd bit goes open A, so all together. And then we're going to finish, well sorry, we don't finish with that, we finish with, so we're going to go open A, then slide 3rd fret to 5th fret on the bass, and then pick the C with your 1st finger. And then we're going to be into an F chord and you're going to pick the bass. Okay? I'll do that one more. So we've just played pick of the open A, down, down, up, slide, F. Little pause on the F, and then we're going to go for 2 down strums. Then we have an interesting chord. We've got an F sharp diminished, which is a cool Jeff Buckley-ish chord. It's a D shape, so if you take a D, slide it back a fret, and then move everything up a string. That's the left hand part. We don't really want to hear the open E so much. And then you're going to have your thumb play the F sharp on the bass. Okay? And we're going to pick the bass and then have a strum. So from F, you can add in a little up and down there if you like. Pick bass, pick strum. And then I play this with my thumb. You could play it with your 1st finger and reach over to the G on the bass, so it's C over G but bar chord form, and we got this C, so if you take a C bar chord and then you bring it to the bass. You could do the normal C quite the same ring, but they both work. I just like to keep going up with the bar chord because of what we play later, but they both work. So I'm going to play all the way through up to that point, nice and slow. Played the wrong part. Now we follow the same melody, but we do it in octaves. So we're going to have our first finger on the bass on the 3rd fret, and then ring finger on the 5th fret, so they're both G, and you're muting the string in between with your first finger, and then muting the rest. Move it forward 2 frets, and then we come across to 3 with the 3rd fret of the A string now, 5th fret of the G string to get the C. Go for a down, down, up there as well. So down, 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 up. And this is the slightly tricky bit. You're going to have to jump back to the A's. Well, they're not actually A's. A's relevant to the capo. So the 5th fret, and then we're going to go back to the C's. Okay, once more. Come forward to the 5th fret of the A string, and you're going to slide up 2 frets and back 2 frets. Okay, we're going to do it twice. And then you're going to go back to the C's and play them again. Do the same thing from the 3-5 on the bass up to 5-7. Okay? Go from that slide. Sorry, let's try that again. Then we're going to pick it again. So all the way through. Do a little slide up again, and then we're going to do something on F. So on the F we're going to go pick, down, down, up, down, up. Okay? Same rhythm on the F sharp diminished. Now this is why I use my thumb, because I'm slightly lazy. You could do it with bar chord. We're going to have, basically we're going 5 to 3 on the B string. So if you did it bar chord it would be like that. If you do it the lazy way like I do, you can do the bar with your ring finger still, thumb playing the bass, and then the first finger comes in. And we're still keeping these 2 5s in the middle, and first fingers on the 3rd fret of the B. And you just do single strum of each of those. Okay, so from the Fs. And then we're going to come up to a A minor bar chord, sorry. Again, I play it like this, with my thumb. You could play it like this. It's all good. And we're going to go for that pick, down, down, up again. And then just as a little passing note, he brings his ring finger up to the 5th, where are we at? 7th fret of the A string, and slides it back to the 5th fret. Right at the end, so pick, down, down, up, down, and slide, or pick and slide, whichever you prefer. And then we're going to go for a D7 chord, which is like a C, and you're going to bring your little finger onto the 5th fret of the G, and we're going to do the rhythm off that. This sliding note has basically been the pick. Down, down, up, down, up. Okay? So from the A minor. And then he does it again. So you can throw in some extra strums there if you prefer. Last chord will come to a G. Same rhythm, pick, down, down, up, and then he does a strum, and then a down, up. When he does the first strum, he hammers his first finger into the second fret of the D, down, up, and then you play the third fret of the D and let it ring. And that's when he starts singing. So just that last bit again, I will go from the F. So I'm just going to do one run through of the verse, just so you can hear what it sounds like, and then we'll get into it. Okay, so we've got this finger picking pattern, basically. I'll just give you the chords first so you can write them down. For the first part we have 3 bars of C, or C over G, and 1 bar of E7. Next line is 2 bars of A minor 7, and 2 bars of D7. Then we have next line is 1 bar of C over G, 1 bar of E7, 1 bar of A minor, 1 bar of F major 7. And then the last line is 1 bar of C over G, 1 bar of G, 1 bar of C over G. Or you can play C over G. 2 bars of that, sorry, rather than 1 bar at the end. The right hand is going to do, it's going to vary. It's going to start, for a C over G, it's going to start on the A string. We're going to pick the A string with the thumb. And then we're going to have thumb and middle together. Thumb's now on the D. Then we're going to pick the bass string. Then we're going to go index on the G string, thumb on the D, and then middle to pick the E string. Really slow. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. You can do ring finger to pick the thin string as well if you prefer, keeping it in the sort of standard finger picking pattern. That's the way I do it. Some people like to do both with their middle finger. Whichever way you prefer. So if we put that into the pattern, we're going to do the rhythm on 3 times on C. Then on E7. A minor 7 is slightly different. We don't do the alternating bass, we just stay on the A. So we still come down to the D there, but we go back to the A string rather than to the bass. Do it twice. Come to the D7 and it's slightly different here. Do it for the first time, start on the D. Or you can start on the A so you don't have 2 Ds in a row. I like that little change up. And then pick through the rhythm. And then I have this little, this is what I hear him play. Sorry, let's just work it out. So the second time I go around, still pick the A string, and then go index on the G, thumb on the D, middle on the B, that's the first half, 1 and 2 and then go back to the A, back to the G, back to the D with your thumb, and then the thin string, 3 and 4 and. Just as a little variation. And then we just go back to the normal rhythm for the C. Same for the E. A, again don't alternate it, or A minor. F, same thing. If you can, play F major 7 and get your thumb over. That's great, so you can get the bass. If you can't, then go for the bar chord. Or you can play F major 7 so you get the open E running through. Again, these are all little variations that you can put in to make it sound as you want it to sound. And then you have the last line. C first, then he plays G with the little 3-finger version. So ring finger stays where it is, middle finger comes up, little finger comes to the thin string. Same rhythm, back to the C. Or you can keep the little finger where it was and play C with the little extra note, and then you wouldn't alternate the bass. Okay, so I'll play once through the verse and then we're done. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed that lesson. As always, any comments, requests, just pop them in below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And enjoy the rest of your day.